Welcome to our CalFresh Enrollment Party document series. If you're watching this video, that means you're currently registered for one of our upcoming CalFresh enrollment parties, an expedited service offered in partnership with the Orange County Social Services Agency, where students can submit their application, complete their interview, and receive their card all in the same day. To help facilitate this process, the county does ask students to prepare a number of documents related to their eligibility in advance, so that when you arrive, the process goes as smoothly as possible. Before we continue, if you have any questions about CalFresh or our enrollment parties, please feel free to reach out to us at calfresh@uci.edu, and we'd be happy to help. If you have any questions about our general center services, please reach out to basicneeds@uci.edu. But with that, let's go on and discuss all the different documents you're going to need for your upcoming CalFresh appointment. So in general, documents can be split into two broad categories. The first category applies to all students applying for CalFresh, while the second category only applies to graduate students. As we go over all the different types of documents you'll need to bring, please keep in mind that both physical and digital copies are acceptable for the county. Digital copies are preferred because you'll be uploading everything to the county portal with the caseworker while you're there. But if you happen to bring a physical copy of a document, that's perfectly all right. Caseworker will likely just ask you to take a photo of it and upload it to the county portal. But with that, going through the list of documents that all students will need to bring. You need to bring a form of identification, a copy of your Social Security card, proof of income if applicable, proof of expenses if applicable, financial aid offer letter, and a copy of your most recent study list. In addition to all of these documents, graduate students in particular will also need to submit proof of their student eligibility. There are a number of approved student eligibilities here at UCI. So for example, certain academic programs and professional programs are approved for CalFresh. We have a master list on our website. If you're employed on campus, that counts as a student eligibility as well. But if you would like to learn more about student eligibilities, please check out our page on CalFresh eligibility listed at the bottom. Alternatively, we'll also have a series of videos towards the end of this playlist that go over student eligibility for graduate students, so please look through those to see which one may apply. A little note of why there's this distinction. As of June 2026, all undergraduate students are eligible for CalFresh as long as they meet the other requirements, so the citizenship and legal permanent residency requirement and the income requirement. The reason for this is being an undergraduate student is now considered a student eligibility. Unfortunately for graduate students, being a graduate student is not in and of itself a student eligibility. You will need to submit something else in order to qualify. One last note, if you are applying as a household size larger than 1, then you will need copies of certain documents for those household members as well. For example, if you are applying as a household size larger than 1, you will need to submit a form of identification for each person in your household, etc., etc. Before we move into our first document, proof of identity, we also have a very quick note about something called a self-written statement. You'll likely hear me refer to this throughout the other videos, but a self-written statement is a written explanation you can provide the county as a last resort. Please make sure not to submit this as the very first thing. This only applies if you don't have access to a specific required document at the moment, or if you have a very unique situation that can't be covered by a single document. We'll go through some of the most common scenarios throughout our other videos, but in general, self-written statements must be handwritten on a sheet of paper. They must clearly contain your name printed. It must provide a clear explanation to the county of your particular circumstance, and it must be signed and dated. Once you've written your statement, all you need to do is take a photo of it and have it ready for your appointment. But with that, that's everything we need to cover as our introduction. We'll move on to the very first document we'll be helping you gather, your proof of identity.